Yeah, this just hit the newsstands. A leaked government paper, which government spokesmen are already looking to undermine. Ian Duncan Smith has said it's to be taken with a pinch of salt. It's, quote, an incomplete report, deliberately leaked because it gives a bad view. So what is actually in the report? It predicts an 8% lower growth rate for the UK over the next 15 years than if we stayed in the European Union. Different scenarios are offered up in the report, which is titled EU Exit Analysis Cross-Whitehall Briefing. As is the case with any projections or predictions, they can always be made in error. We can't see the future. Unforeseen things can occur. And of course, significant changes to the current picture could happen. We simply don't know what's going to happen to the UK economy post-Brexit. Some are optimistic, some not so much. But I think it's probably dangerous for politicians to dismiss reports or undermine them because they don't fit in with their agendas. And this does happen on both sides of this debate, I think. This debate will run and run in this country. It's a central, dominant theme of our political landscape now, and it will continue to be so. So, for the people I hear saying, I'm tired of hearing about Brexit, and yeah, I've heard a few people who voted for us to leave the EU now saying this. To them I say, too bad. You're tired of hearing about it? Too bad. This is us now. Anyway, both the BBC and Euronews have covered this leak story. The 8% prediction I mentioned is based on us leaving the EU completely and reverting to World Trade Organization rules. Then we have a 5% lower growth rate over the next 15 years if we negotiate a free trade deal, or 2% over the same time period lower growth rate if we keep to single market rules. These percentages are based on where we might end up compared to if we had never left the EU, just to reiterate. So yeah, the report looks at different courses of events, potential developments, and yeah, makes estimates. The outcome of the current EU-UK negotiations going on is unpredictable, as those of us who are paying attention are aware. We're not sure how this is going to play out. And yeah, obviously no report can project every possible outcome, but I don't think that's really a valid criticism of the report. It's obviously going to be limited. Yeah. In a Euronews piece written by Alice Cuddy, a UK government spokesperson is quoted as saying, "We have been clear that we are not prepared to provide a running commentary on any aspect of this ongoing internal work," unquote. That's how government mouthpieces say fuck off to the media. Yeah. I should say, all the scenarios laid out in this report work on the assumption that we'll do a trade deal with the United States of America, which would boost GDP a bit, as you'd expect. I think a deal with the Americans is a safe bet. Yeah. You know, I would think more than a few in our government, in the corridors of Whitehall, might have had a shit fit when this thing got leaked to the media, but hey, leaks happen. That's just part of the world we live in. For those calling for us to stay in the single market, this report could be used as a tool to strengthen their arguments, for sure. Yeah. There are many in London who are deeply worried that the city will lose much of its stature and appeal to financial investors post-Brexit. Of course, the government has a plan, a vision for keeping the English capital as one of the world's financial hubs. Yeah. The UK is a southeast centric economy. We all know this. Yeah. If we do take a serious hit in the next 15 or 20 years, say, if we decline significantly economically, well, there'll be lots of finger pointing, and some parts of the country, if we go into a recession or worse yet, a depression, will likely be neglected. Certain parts of the country are dependent on certain sectors of the economy growing strongly or steadily. Sharp declines mean job losses and bigger dole queues. People with less money spend less. Less disposable income, the economy shrinks. Yeah. Our Conservative government does not fill me with confidence. Yeah, but who knows what the future will bring? Surprises, perhaps. Yeah. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time, folks.